Listen, okay, I'm here to make an apology. I really screwed up, and I know you've put so much trust in me over the years. You're my valued audience. I love you, and you love me, and I've wronged you here. I've made a critical lapse in judgment that speaks to a great flaw in my character, and I'm here today to make that right. And I can promise you, it will never happen again. Pull it together. Pull it together. Okay. Now, I know it may take me a while to earn back your trust, but I will do it. I'm not going anywhere. I will fight this, and I will make it right. That's right. I was wrong. Now, hopefully, at this point, you know me. I try to be completely transparent, no gatekeeping, honesty. I'm not bought and paid for. I don't have any weird conflicts of interest. I barely even know anybody that's into fashion. I am an island of fashion commentary. So it is with a heavy heart that I admit I was wrong. I was incorrect. Now, you might be asking yourself, what was he wrong about? Well, there is a designer, an up-and-coming designer, very hot, very interesting, very intriguing, Alexander Digenova. I do this every time I talk about him. Alexander Degen. We're all Degens here, you know what I mean? It's a term of endearment. So it's very possible that quite a few of you out there have heard of AD, because if you're into this kind of like underground, punk-influenced, thrashed, hardcore fashion, he is one of the up-and-coming voices within that scene. Whether you're an ERD head into that like thrashed punk thing, or you're more of like a Rick Owens opium type of person, AD has something for all of those people. And that's why I was very interested to learn a bit about the brand for myself, and I ended up earlier this year making a video about Alexander Degen. But I made a critical error in that video, one that I am correcting today, correcting the record. I bought a piece that Alexander Digenova made in collaboration with Murder FM, which is Bloody Osiris's brand, I guess kind of like merch project more than anything. And this hoodie, it featured AD's signature motif, which is this thrashed, layered cotton jersey stuff that they do. They'll do straight t-shirts like it, but then they will also layer that thrashed jersey on top of hoodies, jackets, all sorts of pieces, and it has a very, very unique, striking look. And it's very impressive for a designer this new and this up and coming to have such a clear signature at this point. So I saw this hoodie, and it was very cheap. It was probably, I don't know, half the price, a third of the price of a normal AD hoodie. So I went ahead and grabbed it. I was like, this is great. I can learn about this brand, get into it without spending too much money, but that was my error. You see, once I got this hoodie, I really loved the design and the style and just the entire aesthetic, but I was incredibly unimpressed, honestly, with the material usage. It felt like an off-the-shelf, like Gildan fleece hoodie or something, and I said as much. Now, you may be way ahead of me here and you're already understanding where I messed up, but here's what happened. It turns out that that hoodie was not made by AD. Their mainline stuff they make in studio in Los Angeles, whereas these pieces, these collab pieces with Murder FM, were handled by someone completely different, just using AD's signature style, and that's where the collaboration came in. So I was kind of talking trash on the quality of Alexander Degen's clothing when it wasn't actually made by Alexander Degen. Now, he was kind enough about this. He reached out, he said he appreciated the video, but also pointed out the mistake and told me, hey, I would encourage you to get one of my actual pieces to review that. And that's where we are today, because right here, I've got a package from the real Alexander Digenova brand. And this has maybe one of the craziest pieces that they have ever made held within. So I'm here to correct the record. Was I right in criticizing Alexander Degen? Or have I made a fatal flaw that I need to correct right now? We're going to check out all of the details of this piece. We're going to try it on, see how it feels, how it fits, all of that stuff. So strap in, because this piece is going to be crazy. Listen, you freaks, you gotta join my Patreon. What are you waiting for? I am posting an exclusive new video there this week, and if you join, you get access to my super secret private Discord for only Patreon members. We talk about all sorts of stuff, talk about pickups, but I also post items for sale there as super sale that you've seen on my channel. Like, I'm gonna go on there and post my Rick Owens Kiss Boots, like, right now. You can even get shouted out in my videos. Like, for instance, thank you to Henry K for being a $20 patron. If you want your name here, join up. The link is in the description. Yo, I'm so excited. Let's pop this open and see what's up. Oh, we've got the branded stock paper. All right, Alexander Degen, I see you. Right up top, we have got a catalog. Good imagery. I really like the brand imagery. It's kind of like sleazy, I don't know, snow strippersy in a way, if you get what I mean. Well. Anyway, just flip through that. Very cool. I love that they include this. This is way better packaging than most brands have. All right, let's check out this piece. That is not familiar. Oh, this is a t-shirt. They threw in a t-shirt. Thank you for that. I should probably say that Alexander Digenova, they helped me get this piece. They had closed down their shop for the season. They were done, and I reached out and I said, hey, you made this one really cool piece that I would love to get, and they helped me get my hands on it. And it looks like they threw in a little extra. So we've got two pieces to look at here. That's incredible. But the piece that I was expecting, I'm assuming, is underneath this right there. This is the China Chalet bomber jacket. It's insane. But first, I guess we got a t-shirt to check out. This is great. This is so sick. So I looked this up. This is the boy t-shirt from the past Alexander Digenova season. And it looks so cool. But even more importantly, it feels so good. This material is insane. Immediately, I need to know what this is made out of, because it is like a super, super soft jersey. It's not paper thin, but it is thin and made with the single scar stitch, because of course it is. All the best American designers are doing this these days, but I'm not gonna knock it. It looks good. Monochrome woven neck tag with the brand name in there. You can barely even see it. And I'm assuming the fabrication is on the care tag. So let's check this out. So this is a size small. We'll talk about sizing when we try these on later. And this one is 100% cotton. I actually wouldn't have guessed that. I would have guessed that there was maybe some like modal in there or something, but made in Los Angeles, California. Love to see it. So I'm like a massive fan of whatever cotton they're using. It almost has the feel, you know, of like a Supima cotton, if that's how you pronounce that. I love how pronounced the single stitch is on this. I don't think I've seen it done quite like that. It's like a wider stitch. And then you've got like this red overprint at the body. Like, it's a very, very heavy print. You can see it kind of like caked on in there, but it has this kind of like dappled, I don't know, look to the entire design. So it actually makes a lot of sense, and the layering is actually beautiful of it, and the way it fades out to these little speckled pieces to add texture. It is a very like tactile type of look, you know? So it's a design that I'm going to be honest, I don't know the reference to this. If anybody knows, I would love to hear it, but I find it very cool and very striking. And the fit, it looks to me like it's going to be like kind of relaxed. I love a relaxed, drapey fit in this type of fabrication, so I'm really excited here. But that's not what you came for, is it? You came for the insane bomber here. This is one of the signature pieces by the brand. They do a lot of these like thrashed, layered hybrid bombers, and I think this is my favorite one that they've ever done. You can see it comes in a branded bag here, big bag. Whew, oh, it feels so good. All right, let's hang it up. Oh my God, this is so hard. Holy shit, this is one of the hardest pieces I've ever seen in my life. So clearly it is using Alexander Degen's signature style here, and now we get to see it up close and personal. They've obviously done a lot of like, I don't know, sun staining, probably enzyme washing to give it this hyper soft washed feel. This is like the t-shirt we just looked at, but taken to the nth degree. I definitely want to check out the details, but I do want to know the construction. Like, how are they making this? And if we take a look, we actually get a clue right here because it does have this classic MA1 bomber zipper pull with the leather right here. But you can see that in the gold tone zipper, it says Alpha, which, if you know anything about bomber jackets, you will recognize as Alpha Industries, probably the biggest manufacturer of bomber jackets in the country. So that kind of gives a hint to me that they are probably using an Alpha Industries MA1 as their base here, which makes a lot of sense. Like, here's another telltale sign right here. You've got the embroidered Alpha Industries logo in the backing. And I actually really like this because Alpha Industries, they make the best bombers on Earth. So if you're going in and trying to make your own version of a bomber, why not just go to the people who do it the best? Like, that's what Vetements found, as they've been collaborating on bombers with Alpha Industries for years now. So it's kind of like a if you can't beat them, join them thing. Like, almost nobody can beat an Alpha Industries bomber, so you might as well use it as your base. But they didn't take that mission lightly. You know what I mean? Like, it would be really easy to just buy a bunch of Alpha Industries bombers, print your logo on them, and then sell them and be like, yep, it's my bomber jacket. But obviously, they've put in some work here. You know what I mean? So this thing is just so puffy. Like, this is so puffed. Oh my God. And it's got a great ribbed hem right here, super long. And of course, it's got the fully orange interior with pockets inside. I guess, like, technically this piece would be reversible. I don't know. I'd be curious to see it. So we do have the AD neck tag here with the hanger above it. And they have put in their own care tags here. So this is a size 1, so they're using Japanese sizing for the outerwear here. And no surprises here, the outer is cotton and the bomber itself is nylon. And as you can see, one other choice they've made is adding a hood to it. So this is entirely Alexander Digenova's doing here. And it's a hyper-thrashed, hyper-washed red hood, like thick too. This thing's solid. I'm guessing it's like a terry cloth. Like, this is fully backed, so I can't tell, but I can kind of feel it in there. It's not like a cheap fleece. I love how it's these like raw ends right here. That's a really nice choice. And then just this thrashing all the way around gives it a great worn look. And then of course, you've got the treatment on the outer here. Like, oh my God. I think it's really important that these slashes are not consistent. Like, if they were just every like 3 inches, it would look too clean. But this looks legitimately like that kind of Skid Row vibe that they've been honing in on for years now. I love that you've still got like the MA1 arm pocket underneath here. So you could use these. I think there's probably pockets in here too. Yeah, right there. Like, you could use these pockets. And then I love how like slouchy it is. Like, the way that this hangs over the sleeve is a really nice touch. And you probably heard me say this is called the China Chalet Bomber, so we've got to see why that is the model name. And it is because of this right here. And I think this is actually a really smart choice. If they did the layered thrash treatment over the back, it would probably wear out instantly. Like, those holes would all form into one mega hole and it would look bad. So they have left the back original with just the black nylon, which is great, but they have added a print here. So in black and red, you've got this red framing, and then it says China Chalet, Restaurant Lounge, 47. So it almost makes it look like a, I don't know, like staff piece or something, but then you've got all these treatments around it, which make you go like, huh, what is this? And as an up-and-coming designer, that's what you want. You want people to look at something and be like, whoa, I need to learn more about that. And as soon as you've seen this style once, forevermore you will be saying, oh, that's Alexander Digenova. Yeah. And this right here, weirdly, is actually my second modified Alpha Industries bomber, because I also have this Vetements piece right here. And listen, this one's really cool. It's a cut and sew piece, like a double wide bomber made out of 2 Alpha Industries bombers. But looking at them both next to each other, like, I know which one I would rather wear, and it's not really close. So listen, AD, you redeemed yourself. Or really, maybe I redeemed myself. You did a collab piece, and it was kind of low quality. It still looked cool and everything, but this, I understand now, is the real Alexander Digenova. and I am finding nothing to criticize about it. I guess you could say, like, oh, it's whatever it is, 1,200, 1,400 for a modified Alpha Industries bomber that costs a few $100. Like, what's the deal? Obviously, there's a lot of work put in, and it's not just about the materials and the work. It is about the fact that AD is the only person doing this. He has complete ownership of this entire motif, this theme right here. And that's worth something. Creativity should be valued. And damn, it's a creative piece. And I value it. All right, we've got a bit of a 2-for-1 special here. I wasn't expecting to be trying on 2 Alexander Degen pieces, but here we are. I'm very excited, but we need more to put together an entire fit, which is what we're going to do right now. So let's see what else we're wearing these with. So we don't need to grab too much for our fit here. We have our outerwear, we have our top, so I think we just need bottoms and some shoes. And for the bottoms, I'm going to go with this really cool curved seam pair of Boris Bijan Saberi jeans. And these have like a waxed treatment going on. As you can see, it gives it an almost like, I don't know, camo-ish type of look. But when you put these together with the bomber, it goes really well into that kind of grimy Skid Row style. And then for the shoes, I just could not pass up this chance because the red in both of these pieces perfectly matches my pair of Boris Bijan Saberi red leather boots. It has this crazy detached rubber sole with the, I don't know, notched heel. This thing is insane. So many different textures, different types of leather. Incredible. Damn, look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's so good. I love when things come together. And of course, we'll accessorize. We'll do all that kind of stuff, but let's see what happens here. Damn, I just realized that I got a pop of red in the undies too. So if I decide to like get frisky today, they're gonna see and be like, damn, he coordinated. Anyway, you don't need to see this anymore. Let's get the pants on. Again, these are curved seam jeans by Boris Bijan Saberi, mainline. There is the 11 diffusion line that's cheaper and I think more factory made, but this stuff, it is handmade in Spain with sterling silver hardware. This stuff's like as good as it gets. BBS, I don't know. People aren't into his stuff enough. I think he should be as big as like Rick Owens or somebody because the stuff is just so good. And to back that up, let's throw these boots on. Again, these boots are like best in class. I would say they're extremely comparable to Guidi or something like that in terms of the material quality and craft, but they also have an extra layer of avant-garde design because of that notch taken out of the heel and then the rubber base that's going all across the bottom. It's a silhouette unlike anything I've ever seen before. And just every detail is so good here. But let's move right along. Let's get the AD on the body. We're gonna start with the boy t-shirt, and as soon as I get this thing on, it's just a good feeling t-shirt. The fit, I would say, is like fairly expected, a little bit relaxed, kind of like a modern cut, but it is all about the material and the construction here. This has to be one of my favorite materials for a t-shirt that I've ever felt. Like, I'm very partial to the paper thin Enfant Riche de Primé stuff, but honestly, that does not hold up well. Of course, it's so thin, like it falls apart. Whereas this, it has the feel of something like that, the softness, but much more durability, it feels like. And again, that single stitch just adds so much to it, makes it stand out from the crowd. I don't know, it has like an anime feel on the one hand, but on the other, I don't know, it has like a sort of New Order-y type of vibe, which I really like. While we're at it, I'm also gonna throw on some rings and this amazing set of vintage pearls on this necklace that I got. This thing has been an absolute goat for me lately. But now let's get to the star of the show, the China Chalet bomber jacket. And as soon as I get this on, It's so good. So first of all, the fit, it's tagged a size 1. It is comparable to a size small, although I would say it is like a small in a way. The sleeves, for me, I'm 5'10", are like the perfect length. If they were shorter, they'd be too short. If they were long, they'd be too long. And that's pretty rare in a piece of outerwear. It comes up a little high at the waist as well, I would say, and cinches shut quite tightly at the waist. So I would definitely say for like in-between sizes, maybe go for the size up, but this one just happens to work perfectly for me. I'm also a bit surprised by how puffy it is. Like, this is a legit winter coat right here. Obviously, just a normal Alpha Industries bomber is already gonna be warm, but I think maybe I underrated that extra thrashed jersey layer on top adds an extra layer of insulation to the thing, so it really feels heavy and warm, and it feels like commanding, you know? One thing that I also really like about this is that it's just a photogenic jacket. It's rare. I don't know that I've ever called a piece of clothing photogenic before, and I've never really thought about it like that, but this one just is. It just pops on the camera. And that's a really good place to be as an up-and-coming designer because it's extremely editorial. You saw in that catalog we had, the product photography just does so much heavy lifting for them. And that's not an insult. It is incredibly hard to get a piece that stands out in just a photo grid on Instagram or, you know, an Essence product page where you're scrolling and scrolling. Something about these sets it apart from the pack. This entire fit, especially, oh my, the boots to the hood on this is just tying the entire thing together. When you get the very top of the fit and the very bottom to be in so much harmony, it just makes the entire fit. So this one's like an immediate no-brainer. This fit is, I'm putting it into the mind hole. I'm cataloging it for myself to remind myself that this is one to go with. If I'm going out to the bar, to the club, whatever, if my band is playing a show, like, this is gonna do some work for me. So listen, I was definitely wrong. Alexander Digenova is much better than I gave them credit for in my initial video, and I would highly suggest checking them out. Even if you don't pick something up, look into this brand because I think they're going places. This Alexander Digenova, you know what I mean? He's really something, ain't he? Anyway, what a cool piece. What a cool shirt. Good fit. Nice. All right, that's the video. Let me know down below what you think. Give me a little quick roast for getting it so wrong in the first place. But now let me know what you think of this piece, what you think about Alexander Digenova and their design and this entire scene that they're a part of. Very exciting stuff. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.